guys, what's happening? I'm Dave Klein of AfterBuzzTV, and I'm joined here by District 78.
Hey, yo, it's District 78. Sorry, I thought we were on
the echo. You're going for the echo effect, right? All right, so for those who don't know, District 78 has been writing music for America's Best Dance Crew, LXD, which is my personal favorite, and so you think you can dance, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So a whole lot of dance music, so dancers should pretty much love you guys.
We hope they do.
I'm sure you guys get a lot of fan mail, right?
We've actually received one
fan email
letter, a real letter. We actually did receive a letter, and I wish it was from Chase.
Chase Jordan.
Was that who it was?
Chase Jordan? No. That's a singer.
It was a kid named Chase. But anyway, we got one letter. And
so when they're watching this interview, this is their shout out, right?
Yeah.
What up, Chase?
Thanks for the letter. We meant to write you back. We have an envelope with your name on it, but we have yet to send it.
Now,
I do want to say we do get a lot of really nice things on Twitter, Facebook, and on our website, for real. People do have a lot of nice things to say, and we really appreciate people reaching out and saying those things to us because we work hard for you guys, and we're glad you like it.
Now, have you guys regularly been involving your style of music for the different seasons and new shows?
Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing, especially about this show and specifically, is that we really try to raise our game every season and make things a little bit different. With the Superstar Challenge, you know, you always got to pay homage to the superstar, and that takes precedence. But for us, we're always thinking about the next level and the next thing.
Okay, so you guys have a new album that has just dropped that I'm holding right here. Can you guys tell me about the album and what's new, what you guys are doing, what music styles that you're incorporating?
Well, Thanks for the Falcon incorporates just about everything, but mainly, obviously, electronic and dance. It's got a little bit of dubstep, but it's not exclusively a dubstep record. It's for you to move to.
A lot of people are going to hate me for this, but thank you for not doing too much dubstep. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, dancers have really been feeling it the last couple of years. Like, we did a lot of stuff for LXD. Was like, we did a lot of like the dubstep stuff there, and then you know, we through So You Think as well, we were able to create our last album actually that came out last year. So this is our second album in basically less than a year. But that was a lot more, like, I would say, harder edged. And this one has a little bit more like pop. It has some great b-boy. There's a track called Shy Boy that's great for b-boys.
Okay, so that's gonna be my jam there. I'm a breaker, so I'm gonna love that stuff.
And these are all tested. We played them for choreographers, and different choreographers were giving us like lots of feedback. So we went to people who, you know, really feel music and got their feedback on it, and so we got some great positive feedback on it.
So what's the difference between writing for America's Best Dance Crew, LXD, and So You Think You Can Dance? What do you guys change up, or how does that differentiate?
I mean, for this show, a lot of the original work we do is meant to support the superstar or the cleared song. There's a featured song every week, so we're basically giving the dance crew what that song doesn't have in itself. So if you're a b-boy and it doesn't have a b-boy beat, we'll give you a b-boy break and things like that. So we're really dancing around and sort of supporting the cleared song for this show.
So I know, like, for the bone crushing crew that was on a few seasons ago, when they would say they needed a bone crushing element, we had them on our show once up. It would basically be like you add in those elements for them.
And like when Street Kingdom was on, you know, if they get a Katy Perry song, they need a little bit more of like a crumping feel, and so we try and bring that element to this show. And then with other shows and like LXD, like every show, like for us it's really cool because every show has its own style, and so we can't you know, LXD does not want the feel of this show, because this show's like hyped up all the time, and they want to be a little more subtle, and it's more about, you know, the movement and the subtleties, and so that's just like you got to switch your brain and get into like their head, and I think like with So You Think, every choreographer has their own style, and what someone might think is a drastic, you know, change to their song is, for us, we're like, oh, I just moved that part to there, and then they're like, oh my god, I can't believe it. So yeah, so I think it's about like working with the choreographers, and we will actually have choreographers come into our studio and work with us, and like
Shonique? Was Shonique around? Yeah.
Oh yeah. We recorded Shonique several times actually.
Oh, all right. Nice.
Yeah, you can peep Shonique on Show Out, which is with Fanny Pack. We have that out on iTunes too. You can check her rapping. It's really, really dope.
Yeah, and Shonique was just on our previous after show, if you want to check that out. So that's awesome. All right, so you guys have 3 people. I feel like that's more than most electronic groups.
Well,
usually it's
we
1.
have 4.
Okay, technically
so
4.
That's even more than more.
Right.
Now, do you guys have each like a specific element that you specialize in, or is it more like you guys just creatively come together and one person writes one song, or how do you do it?
It's a combination, I think. You know, we have what we call a tag team system. We have 2 studios, 2 different rigs, and at any time there's always somebody working on something, somebody providing feedback. Somebody else comes in and goes, I've got an idea. So it's very creative, very fluid process. And having, 4 heads to bang everything across, we can, it helps us streamline the thing. So we know that everyone has given their opinion. So we know that at the end of the day, it's a good product. But it also lets us do a lot more. So we can work faster and we can make more stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's got to mean you can produce a lot more music. That was going to be my next thought.
We have to with TV shows. Like, they're so boom, boom, boom. So you have to be able to work quickly.
So you want to know how to do it in TV and not just in music. 4 people's the way to go for electronic.
Well, the other thing that I think that a lot of people don't realize about us is each one of us is accomplished musicians, and we really pride ourselves on that as well. And we have, music chops, and we love DJs and all those kind of things, but a lot of people have, either tweeted or Facebooked at us and like, oh yeah, you guys are dope DJs, and we appreciate the compliment, but in no way, shape, or form are we DJs. We're producers and we're musicians. We all play instruments and sing and rap and all that
stuff. You
guys
are dope everything, basically.
Basically, we're the best people that have ever existed. So
a group of the 4 best people that have ever existed.
We're like the Avengers, but that name was already taken. So so we went with District 78.
So we're suing them, actually.
Yeah, I think that's the perfect note to end on. So District 78 suing the Avengers, and their new album has just dropped.
Thanks for the Falcon.
So guys, thank you so much for your time, and check out the album. It has just dropped. I appreciate your time. Yeah, thank you so much.